Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
They got the wrong guy. The dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
Literally not true.
Is that correct?
I didn't ask you to interrupt. Dati mihi Anglican police service puppies. Oh, for Trump's sake.
Good morning. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. Thank you all for being here on this Saturday morning. A rare Saturday court session. But thank you all. I see. Please take a seat. Please take a seat. We're going to get started here. We've got a little bit of time. I had to change my shirt at the last minute. Let me show you why. I look like this, which is like I'm part here and part not. So I'm here. I promise I'm here. I've worn the shirt before and it's worked, but just with the lighting, the daylight, the time of day, I'd have to readjust all my key, and I didn't want to do that. So here we are. I have to welcome. Let's see. I have to welcome 80s. I don't know where you are, but I know it was you. I know it was you, 80s Music Man. We're going to gift the internet to 80s Music Man first in chat, or at least he was the last man holding the bag, as the case may be. 80s, congratulations. The internet is all yours. We're going to sentence you to ownership, and you're responsible for repairing, maintaining, even giving lessons on how to use the internet. That all falls underneath that umbrella of ownership, which is squarely on your shoulders this morning. So 80s, congratulations. The internet is all yours. Congrats, 80s Music Man. You thought you could sneak in without that. For New Shirt Fund, happy Saturday. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you very much. I called Mrs. R. I'm like, Jen. I don't call her Mrs. R.A. at home, for those that are curious. I call her Jen. I'm like, Jen, can you please get me a shirt? She's like, just another shirt. This one's see-through. I mean, like, only on screen. In public, you wouldn't know anything. But anyway, I love that shirt. It just was not working today with the lighting. So, good morning. I appreciate. I've got to take just a minute here. My phone has been blowing up. It's the burner phone has been just buzzing with messages of support and care and everything else. We had very difficult news yesterday. We found out that our good friend Ricky Watson had passed away, and I can't begin to put into words how I feel, and it's weird because I never met Ricky in person. The closest we came was on camera, looking at each other through the screen. But I've had him in my headphones a lot, as he's called the burner phone and talked, and just the unique way that was just pure cowboy and pure Ricky that we all came to love. I didn't think it would feel like this because I didn't think I would become so quickly connected to someone who I hadn't met before, and I can say I felt honored to be the one that got the call from his friend, and at the same time, I'm probably the worst person to call, and I'm just not good at that. At this, I'm not good at this. But it was an honor to get that call and to be there in that moment with her, and then be able to share that with you in the way that I did, which is pretty poor, and I apologize for that. I just don't have words for big feelings, And I want to thank you I've got a ton of messages of people who have expressed support and love for Ricky and the light that he brought to their lives with the phone calls and his accent, which I can never imitate. I tried, trust me. I sound like a Muppet when I try. But thank you, everybody. Thank you. The time will come where we are going to send a flowers for the service. I'm still waiting. I'm gonna be in touch with family and friends down there to see what is most needed, and I'll share that with you when it happens. We definitely, as a channel, are going to be sending something as a thank you, because he was a big part of our lives in what he did and the joy he brought to us, and a big part of the community in that way. But thank you all for your support, and thanks for being there for each other as well, and being there for me. So appreciate all of you. Watched Brandy. I've got to thank Brandy as well last night. Brandy is one of those people that is much better at this than I am. Knowing what people need, I just turn my camera off and don't do anything. And she created a live stream just where people could share some thoughts. And it didn't occur to me that was probably the best thing that you could do. I was sharing my feelings with my wife and with you, but Brandy, in her thoughtfulness, created a little family live stream where we could all share thoughts with each other about how we were feeling and fun moments and things like that. So a big shout out and a thank you to Brandy. She's amazing that way. That's why we love her. The family meeting, it was great. That being said, we do have court today. It is we have court today because Melissa, I don't want anyone to. Here's what I don't want. I don't want to be in the middle, because YouTube and the taxman take so much of anything that comes by way of donation. I can't be in the middle for that, and so I need to find out from the family what, if anything, is needed and what would be most beneficial for them. And I'd like to just pass straight to them, so it doesn't go through me. That would be the easiest way. Of course, we're going to send our own thing, just as a thank you, and in memorial. But I'll let you know. I'll let you all know when that happens. If the family is doing some sort of a GoFundMe or would be appreciative of any sort of support for the services or anything, we'll address it that way. But I didn't want to be in the middle, because I hate the idea that YouTube and the taxman would be taking 2/3 of everything that comes in. So we'll see if we can make it direct that way. But I'll share that information with you as soon as I get it. So, all right. Oh my goodness, we forgot about birthdays. We have a birthday today. Let's see. I can't see the screen over there. There we go. Is there any other birthdays we have today? I see Salty Girl. There was one we're supposed to remember. I'm terrible at this. Psychosaurus Rex, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, we've got the buzzer there. Let me find it. Oh my goodness. Okay, Samantha, you've put some work in here. Look at this. Shar, Mindy SF, Luna, Ameasora Noxumbra. That name is one that I think I'm going to mix up. Ameasora Luna and Ameasora Noxumbra. Okay, I'm gonna nail that one first try. Dusty, Groovy Jill, Candy Kiss, Betty. Betty's 93 today. Betty, congratulations, and Salty Girl, as well as Louie the dog. This is going to be a 2-verser, but this is what we do. Candy Kiss, I see you on the list there. That is wonderful. I think we've got everybody. Let's see. I think we're good. All right, we're going to fire this up. Everyone, stand up. Take a deep breath. I'll stand too. Hang on, you have to wait. The desk is slow. Slowly rising. Slowly rising. Okay. There we go. All right. Stand up, take a deep breath, shoulders back, project your voice to the back of the room, blend your voice with your neighbors, warm up with me if you will. La 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 la. There we go. We got it. listening to these wonderful people help celebrate their birthdays. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sharp, NDSF, Luna, and Amacio, Nuxumbra. Happy birthday to you. I knew I would trip on that one. Luna and Amaesaura Nuxumbra. Okay, so we got all the way, we got right here. We just have all of these left. It's going to be a quick one. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dusty, Kirby, Jill, Candy, Kiss, Betty, Van, birthday, Salty Girl, and Louie. Happy birthday to you. Dusty, Groovy Jill, Candy Kiss, Betty, Salty Girl, and Louie, who's a good dog. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I realize there are a million places you could be, a million people you could have chosen to celebrate, but you're here with us. The privilege and pleasure is ours. I'm so glad we were able to sing to you this morning. And happy birthday. You've got a weekend birthday, which is great. It's like it's like two parties in one. Help yourself to free pancakes at Denny's, IHOP, Village Inn, Waffle House, McDonald's, Tammy Dunlap's house, and of course, Andy's Grill. And anywhere else that serves pancakes. They should be free on your birthday. So. All right, and Bob Evans. That's the one I forget, Angelique, every time. Bob Evans. It's all about the bass. Greenhead Cass says, I'm not at work today, so I can sing and dance. Love it. VG's son Josh and my fiance. Do we have to sing to Josh? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Josh and Tab. Happy birthday to you. Oh, I missed the drum solo. Hopefully you all got that. I missed the drum solo, but I got the song in. Yes, you guys nailed it. I see the drums. It was beautiful. Thank you for getting that. All the years of practice have paid off. All right. So where are we at? We actually got a little bit of time. The judge said 10 o'clock, but I think he meant 10:30. So we're waiting. We're waiting. We've got a little bit of time. We can talk a little bit. We want a refund to the show. Jamie, we demand a refund. We were here for the drum solo and missed it. Let's see. Dustin Rhodes says, "Hey, RA, I'm a criminal. I'm a criminologist. That's how I read that. Criminologist. That's better. And a motorcycle addict, not a recovery, from Canada. Been following you from the very start. Finally decided to officially join your amazing community." Dustin Road. I love that. Criminologist and a motorcycle addict. There's nothing to recover from there. That is the solution. That is the solution. I'm actually looking at. I have my motorcycle permit. I've had it for years. I think I got it maybe 10 years ago, and I sold my bike, or I traded my motorcycle, which was a KLR 650, which is sort of like, it looks sort of like a dirt bike, but it's like an 80% on the road type thing. Loved that bike. It's probably one of the cheapest bikes you can buy, which is one of the reasons why I loved it. But I traded it for work on my sprinkler system back at my old house, and I've regretted it ever since. So I've been looking. I'm like, Of course, Mrs. R.A. is not fond of motorcycles because of their safety record. All right, Brandy. Oh, Brandy, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me just say publicly, I know I said it in chat the other day, but thank you for what you did yesterday, providing that little family meeting where we could come together and have a laugh and have a cry and share virtual hugs and memories. It was amazing, and thanks for thinking of everyone for that. I know it wasn't easy to do that, and I appreciate that. Brandy, you're absolutely wonderful. Let's see. Kelly Dawn gifted a membership. Now my eyes are leaking. It's this water. Josh says, Recovery Addict, my name is Josh, but someone else's son on the channel whose name is Josh also has a birthday. Okay. Kelly Dawn gifted a membership. Thank you very much. I appreciate your generosity this morning. Also, Jovi Ray gifted a membership. Congratulations, Alicia. You're the recipient of that one. Psychosaurus, do you have a document tracking all of RA's different jobs, professions as a hobby? Since we have a minute, I'll fill you in with just a couple of them. Are you ready? I think the first, aside from doing yard work for neighbors, okay, because I did some like lawn care work for neighbors on like a one-off, like, hey, I'll pay you to mow my lawn once while we're on vacation. That doesn't really count. The first thing I actually had to fill out an application for, even though it was a very simple application, was to be a pooper scooper in a parade. So my first job was a pooper scooper in a parade. It was my job. I thought I was going to push the wheelbarrow. I actually got the shovel end, and I thought the shovel end was worse because it's a two-person job, right? One person pushes the wheelbarrow, one person works the shovel. It's actually better to use the shovel, although you're the person doing the dirty work. The guy pushing the wheelbarrow gets the smells the whole trip because they're downwind. So that was the first job. So you can put that on. I'll put that on my resume. So yes, and everyone claps. Not for you. They clap for the people in front of you and the people in back of you, and then they jeer when you have to work. So worst job ever. Micro has nothing on that. What a crappy job, of course. Michelle Allander gifted a membership. Thank you very much, Michelle. Oh, man. It was all uphill from there. Pooper scoopers make phenomenal money. Oh, it was, I don't know if I even got paid. I had to sign up with the parade committee and give them a name. It's like, they wanted to make sure I showed up, I think is what it was. They didn't want the possibility. I'm going to sit down again. I've been standing too much. They didn't want the possibility of having nobody show up, and then the people who are behind the horse floats suffering the consequences. Okay, it's a terrible job. There are jobs that are not enviable, but somebody has to do it, and my heart and hat goes off to them. Heart goes out, hat goes off. My first job, too, was scooping out stalls. Funny coincidence. Let's see. The jury is sequestered. You're right, Melissa. This is the only reason we're here. There is no reason to hold court on a Saturday unless you're also holding the jury away from their family. And in that case, you've got to be mindful of every minute, every day, every hour that they are sequestered and held away from their family, from their work, their friends, and news and everything else. You're basically imprisoning the jury, and it's by force. It's a duty where they can go to court if they don't show up, or go to jail. So, jail if you do show up, jail if you don't. It's one of those catch-22s. BG, thank you for singing to my son Josh. Thank you, BG. Thanks for sharing his birthday with us. So the Saturday court is because the jury is sequestered, and the judge is mindful of that. All right. Did you feel like Micro? I didn't know Micro at the time, but I imagine he probably feels a lot like how I did. I think I came first before his dirty jobs. Have you ever been qualified as an expert witness in trial with all your qualifications that you have? No. I've been a witness one time in a trial. It was a traffic court, and I think I shared this with you guys. I thought that I had all the information, and I was testifying mostly. They were asking me about the signals and the indicators of as far as what the driver did before he crashed into another vehicle, because I was behind and I thought I had the best view. Everything I testified to, all the other witnesses were the complete opposite. And I was right, I think. But maybe I lied. I don't know. Maybe I just imagined in my head. It happened so quickly. We still have the calf cam going today? Oh. We fixed it. Court is scheduled to start at 10:30, which gives us about 20 minutes to go over to answer any questions. I think I actually adjusted the camera down yesterday, so it's worse today than it was yesterday. I have to go a little further up. That'll work for now. All right. Let's see. I was a witness in trial once. The prosecutor helped me out when the defense attorney asked something that he shouldn't have. They objected, and I didn't have to answer. Yay. All right. Myron, that surprised a lot of people. Is her mother going to testify? This is a great question. We're learning every day about who does testify and who doesn't. So, not sure. I'm not sure at all. For some reason, I think her mother was in custody during part of this, and it might not be connected in any way. As a matter of fact, I think it's not connected in any way. But I think she was wearing a jail outfit when they allowed her to visit with her mom in the interrogation. Did we figure out the last day Evelyn was seen alive? I think the last one, Mishmash, was December 13th at the Chili's with her friend from college. I think was the last I can recall from all the people who've talked. I did not see that interview. Give me the lowdown, the scoop. What was he saying? Is it possible she conceived the one in the crazy place and he believed it? I don't fill me in on that one, else I'm not sure. I know she did say she was pregnant again, but I don't know if she actually was. I know she only had one child, that she only carried one to full term and delivered, but I don't know if she was pregnant a second time. Opening statement said the 6th of December. So, Carolyn, this might be a situation where one of the witnesses remembers dates differently, and the one that we're talking about here with the 13th of December. She was a friend from she was in college and was friends with Megan, and she says the last day of finals, which was the second week of December, on a Friday, she went out to Chili's after her last final to sort of celebrate being done, and that was where Megan and Evelyn were. That, by my calendar, puts it on December 13th. That might be a problem for the state because they might have got a different date from her before, so she might be remembering it a little differently. It was several years ago, but we'll see how they address that. I haven't. I've been pretty busy. I haven't been able to check much other stuff last night and this morning. Yeah, she's a compulsive liar. We're only believing for sure, or we're putting more faith in things other people tell us that Megan did than what Megan tells us Megan did. Let's see, someone checked yesterday. She said finals were December's. Okay, so this would mean that she got the date wrong. Was a friend from school. I think she said the first or second weekend on redirect. She said the first or second weekend of December. So that would still fit with December 6th. The second would be December 13th. Yep, you're right. Candy Kiss, that's 100% correct. So that still matches with the state story then. Maisla gifted a membership. Thank you, Maisla. Alice Anderson, you're the lucky recipient. The state can call somebody to clarify that. It would be a late add to the witness list. Let me see. Let me get everything ready here. Okay. There's no feed. Just checking all the different locations. Nobody has anything yet from court. So it'll be a bit. I would be nervous if I were the cameraman. Did anyone go back and look at the moment that he supposedly zoomed in on the camera or on the screen for the defense? All they were doing was watching Law and Crime or Court TV. I forget what feed they were watching, but they're just watching the live feed on their computer. What are the chances the camera gets kicked out? I've said it's pretty high in this one just because how strict the judge is, and it's a poor placement of the camera based on the layout. There's not really a better place to be. You always want to be sort of close to the jury so that you can just cordon off one area of where the camera can look and be safe everywhere else. You don't want to have the jury in the middle and have to go up and over, back and forth to see different people. Will the ME testify today? Not sure if it'll be today, but definitely will be testimony. I think that's going to be really, really insightful and also terrible at the same time. Can't get over how she was in the interview. Joe, a couple people have testified about that, about how she didn't seem to be, it didn't seem to be quite right. Like something felt off when they would engage with Megan, talking about Evelyn. But man, I agreed this was not probably the most effective form of questioning. But when the lady, what's her name? One of the last witnesses we just had. What was I think it was the last witness we just had. When she was questioning Megan about that, and she was getting right in her face. I mean, if this was good cop, bad cop, she was the bad cop, just saying, we are going to find out. We know you're lying to us. It's probably not the most effective means of gaining support from the interviewee, but they knew up to that point she was just lying. They had tried other things. They had tried everything else, and they were not getting answers from her at all. And so I think it was a change of tactic to try to, just come right at her, hit her between the eyes with the fact that we don't believe you, and we know you're lying, and we know you know more than you've told us. I think it did force her to shift a little bit and give a little more information. So I think it was effective that way, but I think it also shows the frustration that the investigators were feeling in the case, just trying to resolve it because it had been so long since she was seen, and with every day that passes, the numbers are not good. Let's see. Renee, I tell you, I love the emoji that the 13th Addicts Brandy has over on her channel, a bull butter emoji. That is great. We had a period where there was incredible gifting, like massive numbers of members that were donated on this channel. And during that time, I made emojis because you can make emojis based on how many memberships you have assigned to your channel. We have never been back up to that level. And because we've dipped back down, if I try to change an emoji, if I delete one and try to create another, I just lose that slot because my memberships don't meet the level that's required for that. And it's a lot more than we have. So it's I just can't make an emoji right now for anything. That's why we haven't been able to do it. But the way the baby stuff was just thrown in the shed was telling. And just like picked up milk in the bottle, binkies, just everything was just like gathered up and chucked in there. That was rough. Bug Dugger, thank you very much. Gifted a membership this morning. Peggy, congratulations. CLK, I don't know how best to do it. We want to do something, but I just don't know. And quite honestly, I'm still trying to deal with everything. I want to give it just a little bit of time. Regina, thank you very much. Let's see. Nurse Dog Bomb says, I do believe she was dirty. I don't know if she had a mental breakdown or what. We don't. But the state believes they can prove premeditation. And we don't have that evidence yet, or at least I don't think they've met that burden yet. But it's probably going to be coming in here soon. Yeah, Hunter was cleared. Hunter's never been a suspect. The police looked at it and were able to rule him out. And when they rule somebody out, it's because they have a confirmed alibi or something that the police can say, we believe that, not just they just said they weren't involved, so we're not going to look at it. No, they say this, they look at the story from, say, Hunter. They talk to him and say, where were you? What's happened? What's been going on? And what evidence do you have to support that? Show us the text messages, show us your phone location, show us the family pictures that show you were out of state, something like that. That clears a witness. And as soon as you can clear a witness, they're gone and they're off the table. Megan still was blaming him, but Hunter has never, from the police standpoint, he was gone from the get-go. And defense even brought it up in their statement. They're like, they never even looked at other people. It's like, oh, they looked and could clearly see that, no, it was not, it was not the grandma who was dealing with stage 4 cancer that had metastasized. She was not the babysitter. Okay, we can tell that these are lies. It is fun to be here on a Saturday. We've done this a couple times before, but it's fun. Judy. She blames everyone. What you're going to see with Megan is each time a story comes to her. So if Ethan had come to her and said, "Hey, where's Evelyn?" she'd say, "Oh, she's got the flu." If somebody else comes to her and says, "So she's with mom," or something. Someone else comes to her and says, "Oh, she's with Ethan." So she just couldn't be in the same place as everyone at the same time, because then all her stories would unravel. So she goes here, she goes there. That may be why she split and hid and went to the Econo Lodge a couple times during this period, which is weird to go to the Econo Lodge when you have a house right nearby. But she might have been hiding from people to try so she didn't get outed. Kelly Hicks gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. And Selena K gifted 5 memberships. You all are most generous. Bug Dugger as well comes in with a membership. Ethan caught on pretty quickly that he was not the dad. You are not the daddy. But he sort of went along with it, and I don't know why. I think we almost heard from Ethan's dad that he wanted to say, I wish we could, it wasn't appropriate. The judge was right to cut him off, but he wanted to say something big because of the accusation that was made. But we almost heard that. We almost heard something about the DNA test. I think that was from Hunter's dad. I don't know. We had a couple things that were spicy and interesting, but they sort of got cut off. Laura Michelle, thank you very much. Welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. Lost your dad at 21. I'm so sorry. Glad we can be a little spark of light for you here today. Thanks for being here, Laura Michelle. Okay. Well, let's see. Where was she living, though? Hunter was living with the father when she said she moved in with Hunter and she had moved out of the dad's trailer. I don't know. I don't know where she was living the whole time. The dad says that there were only a couple days that she stayed with them. His dad might not have all the idea. His dad might not have all the clear picture of what Hunter was up to, because we do know that Hunter and Megan were together. They went to the aquarium together. We've got photographs of that. So we knew they were sort of dating, and they might have been dating more than the dad thought. Stevie, this is frustrating. I did a terrible job bringing this up yesterday. I was trying to go in depth of what ideas that the defense could develop. I think they are going to go there. I think they are going to try to continue to plant doubt and continue to focus on the possibility that Hunter had a connection to that. It is terrible, but I think the police will be able to shut it down with the alibi of the investigation they've got that shows that she was lying. I saw the video that Phil made. That was really cool. I appreciate him grabbing that. I showed my wife this morning. We cried a little bit. All right. In the interview with her defense attorney, he hinted that a real father was in their record and would be coming out in court. It might be, and it might not matter, right? There's a possibility that, I mean, all it takes to be the father is a brief encounter, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that there was another mysterious figure that she was spending a lot of time with and was around her life and was around Evelyn and everything else. We don't know, and it could be a very insignificant player when it comes to Megan's life and Evelyn's life at that point. But it might come out. It hasn't come out yet that I've heard. What was Ivan and Ricky's channel? It's Ivan's channel that they did the podcast on, and they were doing the retired cop and ex-con podcast. Ricky was the for those that are doubting. Ricky was the one who was the retired cop. I'll let you fill in the rest. I haven't had the experience on the inside. Fun combination, those two. Let's see. I think she probably went to the Econo Lodge in order to meet the boyfriend and get some personal time. Possibly. That's the Econo Lodge is not it's not the Hilton, right? Stevie, TYO Toys is on Twitter, is where he sends most of his stuff. So you would need an account on X, and then his account is TYO Toys, and he shares some fun clips from all across LawTube and LawTube adjacent channels like my own, and he pulls out the good clips and he puts them together, and it'll make you laugh. I don't know how he's able to watch everything at once, but he does a good job, and he cranks them out pretty quickly. Aaron Patterson, member for 21 months, and is so close to pink, hot pink, y'all. Love this family. We have hugs all around today. Thank you very much, Aaron. It wouldn't be the same without you here. 21 months. That's great. You're an OG. Read this morning it will be revealed by the defense. Not sure if true. So defense is bringing it in. The state is not. Judy, that would indicate that they've got one more. That they're trying to spread doubt, right? They're trying to bring more players in, more people to confuse the jury with. Oh, but it also could have been. This is the defense's goal, is to introduce doubt. Hunter's dad said he never met Evelyn, and that Evelyn was never there. Econo Lodges aren't terrible. I'd rate them better than Super 8. I stayed at a Super 8 one time. one time. I don't think I slept a wink that night. First of all, we had a ground floor room, which I thought would be useful in case the place burned down, which could happen at any moment, right? But the people going by and banging and yelling and fighting and shooting out in the parking lot, it was a rough night, and that was in Wyoming. They've only got like 200,000 people in the state. It was crazy. Let's see. Melissa says, can I at least ask, since I haven't been following this trial, what the difference is between Hunter and Ethan, or I guess who the difference is? This trial, because it involves the death of Evelyn, it has brought in the romantic interests that Megan had, and Megan was friends with Ethan since like growing up. They grew up in school together. I think they all might have, but Ethan was first. Ethan was, according to Megan, was the father of Evelyn. And we found out through this trial that he was not. He was not the father. Let's see, we're just waiting for a video here. We might get some footage here in just 1 second. He was not the father. And he went off to the military. And following that, she became involved with Hunter, according to her testimony. And then after that, she became involved with, I think it was a Caleb. But those are basically her romantic interests. We don't believe that Ethan, Hunter, or Caleb was the father. So there may be a fourth person. There's a possibility that could be Caleb, but it doesn't seem that the Hunter is a possibility. We know that Ethan is out. All right, hold tight for just 1 second. Okay, just waiting for court to get going. So she lied about needing the medication. Sarah, it's hard to pick out a time where she's telling the truth. And that's pretty sad, because there might be some truth. There might be gems of truth in what she's told. Like, for instance, when she said places where Evelyn could be, she mentioned her dad's property, and that's where she ended up. So there could be truth in what she's saying, but it's hard to pick that out amongst all the lies. Megan was 5 to 6 months old in the spring. She met Hunter in December. Yeah, she didn't meet him until after, according to her, until after she started working at the Chicken Shack, which Hunter's dad owned. I did hear Sarah Boone did get transported and that she's working on an appeal. Try not to see the computer here. Here's what I do think. If for some reason there is a mistake made by the cameras in court, I don't think the cameraman's going to go to jail, but I do think we'll get kicked out of the court. I think they'll kick media out. Aaron, we're hearing that the defense is going to bring it out if the state doesn't. I agree, Regina. I've not watched every moment of the live streams, because I look this way at the chat and I look that way for watching the live stream. But I didn't see a moment where they zoomed in on the computer. It may have been visible in the background, but I mean, it's you look at that side of the courtroom and you can see their computer. And camera lenses are good these days. You can focus and just you can make out details. Bug Dugger says, if that happens, I'll go report back to you. Bug Dugger, that's awesome. We love when we have a court watcher who's in the courtroom and can give us a little bit of information. Candace says, I'm trying to listen while at our regional spelling bee. Both students that made it are from my school, and I was the coordinator. Candace, that is awesome. Congratulations to your students, and they probably can spell things better than I can. That is awesome. That is really cool. Either way, you have a winner. And obviously, second place is probably not far behind first place there. The space shuttle model. I understood what you meant. I understood what you stood. I undermeant what you I read that wrong. I undermeant what you stood. The space shuttle is a little model the judge has on his desk. It sits right next to the witness stand. So it's between the judge and the witness stand. And it did move between, I think, day 2 and day 3. But it's been turned. So before we sort of got a right-hand view looking across with the shuttle to our left and the booster tanks to our right. It's been rotated so we can see more of, I believe, the shuttle looking down from a top view. And it'll be interesting to see if it moves again. Somebody might be dusting or at least playing with it. Yeah, I hope the judge, before he enacts and kicks a cameraman or locks a cameraman up, even if it's just for the day, I hope he looks at the video footage and sees that it was not like a zoom in on the computer to see what's going on. That would be egregious. That would be contempt of court. And you know, I've seen cameramen do that. As a cameraman myself, sometimes when you're setting up in a scene, there are a few things you have to do. You have to get what's called a white balance, which is where you tell your camera, I'm in a new environment. The lighting is, even not all lights are the same. Some are yellow, some are white, some have blue tints to them. And you have to tell the camera, because of the lighting, because of the reflection you're seeing, let me have you correct everything so that white is white instead of white is yellow or white is blue or something like that. And so you do a white balance. You find the whitest object you can, and you can zoom in and go out of focus, and you tell the camera, you're now looking at white. And you push a little button to change the setting, and then it recalibrates. I've seen cameramen do that, and they did it on the defense laptop because it was the whitest thing in the room, and that's a bad thing to do. It's best to have your own paper, to bring a card or something, but usually you do have to sort of shoot. You can't just hold it right in front of the camera because you need the ambient, the room lighting to light it up. So the white balance has gotten people before, but I didn't see him doing even that yesterday. Let's see. I think the camera would be smart to probably be more conservative with the images that he shows, and it's a sort of a loss for us, but it will keep him out of jail. Yeah, the judge came down yesterday with another. This is the second time third time he's threatened a photographer or cameraman in this particular trial. He said, my clerk has been watching the live stream, and she said you zoomed in on the defense's computer so much that you could read what was on it. And he says, if that happens again, I'm locking you up because that's contempt. I've ordered you not to do that. And he also said something about zooming in too close to the defendant. And I was worried about the shot we got this morning because that is pretty close. That's a tight shot on the defendant. But that's the shot you need to get to keep the laptop out of the screen. So we'll see how it goes today. Hopefully, fingers crossed that our cameraman stays free. I was going to give a shout out. I believe it is Court TV. I understand that Court TV is the cameraman on this one. I might be wrong, but it could be a news media outlet. 80s Music Man, congratulations. You are the internet winner today. If you missed it, we gifted it to you. Some of the other chats on the internet are a little rough. I credit this community with just setting a good example for our friends that come in. It's really easy to fall into a trap. I'll give you an example. Sometimes I say something I shouldn't. I make a little comment that, like the Love Shack comment, was probably something that I shouldn't have said, and it's easy for people then to say the next comment in that line of thinking. You guys do a good job of keeping the room
Yes, Your Honor.
nice and proper.
All right. The jury's ready to bring in.
And we have great mods as well. Objections are at 37 right now.
One stand, please.
Do a quick jump here. Sorry.
You may be seated. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, when we left, I gave you certain admonitions. Does any juror have anything to report about those admonitions? If you do, raise your hand. Let the record reflect that none of the jurors have raised their hand. General,
State would call Steve Williams.
Steve Williams. Sloth Life, thank you for gifting a membership. Cats Gallery, congratulations.
Steve.
Plan on going from about 10 to 4 today. It's already 10:42.
Steve Williams?
You solemnly swear affirm testimony about to give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, sir?
Yes, sir, I do.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Scoot up close to the mic. Speak up loud.
Okay.
Thank you. There you go. You're Steve Williams, is that correct?
That's correct.
And you were previously employed with the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office, is that right?
That's correct.
All right. How long were you employed there?
Just under 34 years.
All right. So back in February of 2020, were you working at the Sheriff's Office?
That's correct, sir.
And what was your position or assignment there within the Sheriff's Office?
I was Lieutenant over Criminal Investigations.
And during that time in February of 2020, did you assist in the investigation of a missing child by the name of Evelyn Boswell?
Yes, sir, I did.
And specifically, did you participate in interviewing the defendant?
Yes, I did.
All right. Now, at the time at which you interviewed Miss Boswell, had other detectives already spoken with her?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And were you aware, did you know what she had already told them?
Yes.
All right. So, what was the information or what did you know about Evelyn's disappearance and Miss Boswell's involvement before you went in to talk with her?
I just knew that she had told that her daughter was missing, that it come in through DCS that her daughter was missing, and we was trying to follow up on her daughter being missing.
Okay. Where did you talk with her?
At the Sheriff's Office in Criminal Investigations Division in the interview room.
Okay. And this interview room, does it have the ability to sit outside and listen to the interview as they're going on?
Yes.
All right. Did you listen to the interviews that were done by the other detectives?
Some of them and parts of them. I can't say I heard every one of them.
All right. And is this interview room located over at the Sheriff's Department?
Yes, sir.
And is that here in Blumpville and Sullivan County?
Yes, sir.
All right. When you went in to speak with her, let me ask you this, what was your approach in speaking with her? Did you take a different tack than the other detectives had taken, or?
Well, I just went in and was just being nice to her and trying to talk with her, I reckon you'd say civilly and not browbeat her or anything.
All right. And was your interview with her recorded?
Yes, sir.
And prior to coming to court here today, did you have a chance to watch that interview?
Yes.
And was it a true and accurate recording of that interview that you had with Megan Boswell?
Yes, sir.
All right. Judge, I'm going to move to introduce that as Exhibits 182.
Looks like we get another interview. And he tried to play good cop.
And at this time, I would ask to play that for the jury.
If there's a text, I'm going to go
Williams. Hold on just a second, okay? Don't go anywhere.
I can't go anywhere.
I'm going to try not to put words on the screen so we can read the closed captioning.
Child.
Yeah.
Okay. And where's the last time you saw your child? I'm coming home to tell her.
Right after Christmas.
Where?
Ethan.
Okay. And you say Ethan, does that mean Ethan's in Louisiana or Ethan's?
In Boswell. Like I told him, I don't know if he took and dropped her off somewhere right after I dropped her to him, but I don't know what's going on.
Where did you give her to Ethan at?
Boswell. At the grandparents' house.
Okay. And what's his grandparents' name?
I know his grandma's name is Sherry, but I do not know his grandpa's name.
Okay. Have you ever been there?
Once or twice.
And you've met him?
I've met Carl.
And that's his grandfather?
Yes.
Okay. And
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to tell you I didn't know his name, but as soon as you asked me, it spit right out my mouth.
that's no problem.
Am I going to be questioned here all night?
No. We'll be done in just a few minutes.
Okay.
Why, you in a hurry?
I mean, like, no, but if they're going to keep questioning me and keeping me in line, like I want an attorney.
Oh.
Okay.
Because I've not lied to them.
Okay. Well, do you want to talk to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was sneaky. Backed her off that cliff.
So the last time you saw your child was at Ethan's, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you took your child to Ethan's grandparents' house, right?
Right, but I never walked in and we stood in the driveway.
Okay. And what was you driving?
I was driving my Cruise that I don't have anymore. It was a red 2018 Cruise. It's like a little Chevy sedan.
Yeah. Okay. And was Ethan standing?
I mean, I guess he was, I don't know. He just had me come up there.
Did you see Ethan there?
Yes.
Okay. And did you see his grandfather there?
No. Me and Ethan stood outside and talked. Kind of like away from the house.
Okay.
Like the house was like over here where he parked his car was like towards the trees of the house. And we were standing like towards this side of his car.
Okay. And you dropped that bomb?
Mm-hmm.
And
So the car's in his car and everything.
what kind of car was he driving?
A 2018 Nissan Versa. It's black.
Okay. And then that was Christmas Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then after Christmas Day, do you communicate with him?
He won't talk to me.
But
On New Year's Eve, and sort of on New Year's, I guess, me and him argue back and forth.
on text message or actual?
On the phone.
Okay, so actually talking.
Yeah, he would get mad and hang up, and then I'll call back, and he'd answer for a little bit, get mad and hang up, and then just quit answering.
Did he say he had Evelyn in?
Yes. And I left him tons of voicemails, and I was like, look, like, if you want me to leave where I'm at, like, I'll come to New Year's with you and Evelyn, like, I just want us to be there as a family, you know what I mean? But I'll come to where you are.
Where was he at then?
I think he was at his friend's house.
Who's his friend?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Friend around here or friend?
Friend around here.
Okay. And you don't know who this friend is?
He doesn't tell me anything.
Okay. How long have y'all dated before?
Like 3 years, maybe 4.
Okay. But you
3 years, yeah.
And you didn't know his friend?
No, I was never allowed to be around any of his friends.
Okay. And then, did you ever call him and say, hey, where's Evelyn? It's been...
I tried to call and he won't answer. I would leave voice messages, he wouldn't call back. And honestly, like I was telling them, like I had Evelyn for like over a year and he never checked on her and I had to support her by myself. So when I got here, I was like, you can take care of your daughter for a little bit. Not that I don't love my daughter, want to be with her, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, you don't help me at all. Like I want you to see how it feels, no help.
So he didn't help you financially or
No.
taking care of her?
No.
He was in the military?
Yeah, like he would never even be like, hey, like, is she okay? Or like try to check on her, help me at all.
Does he live in a house down there?
I don't know.
And you don't know where she's at? And the last time you saw her was Christmas? Right.
Right.
Have you went to his grandparents' house?
Yeah, but nobody was there when I went.
Okay. Have you called them and asked them where she's at? Okay. And what brought you here today?
I guess my dad called.
So you still haven't heard from her and somebody's called about her?
Yeah.
Right. And you have no idea where she's at? Okay. Have you tried to find her?
I mean, yeah, like I called, he won't answer me. I didn't know he went back to the Army till today. Like that was news to me when they came in here like, oh, he's in Louisiana.
Have you went to court?
No.
To try
To be honest with you, I was really trying to be civil over it, and like I said, I supported her for like over a year, and I was like, if he wants to keep her for a little bit, like that's fine by me, you know what I'm saying?
I had supported her for over a year.
Mom had a baby when I was like 12, 13, I don't remember, it's 2013, so I guess I was 12. And like I had to basically raise him. She knows I was 15, like I had to basically raise her, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was like I had 3 kids all the time.
Okay.
And I was like, it's his kid, if he wants to keep her for a little bit, like, by all means, you know what I mean, I'm all for it. And like I said, something I don't love Evelyn or want to be with her, but it's just, you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
It is what it is.
Is he have a girlfriend?
Ethan? He might, I don't know, he used to. She lived in like, I don't know if they were dating, let me take that back. He was talking to her, but she lived in like really sketchy apartments in Kingsville. Like the government housing one. I'll say they were clouds, but I guess that's torn down, so I don't know.
You don't know?
Mm-mm.
So if you was guessing where she was at, where would you say she was at?
I don't know if he dropped her off somewhere or somebody or what he did, so I don't know.
Well, would they have to be somebody he trusted to
Right.
right? So who would you think that he would trust much besides his grandparents?
I don't really know, to be honest with you. I didn't know he really talked to his grandparents that much. Ethan never told me anything about his personal life. Like, especially after he got in the Army, like, he just was not talking about it. I don't care how much I tried, he just was not talking about it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And also when he was in the Army, he'd go like months without talking to me, that's all.
Well,
Before and after I had Evelyn.
well, if you're in the military, sometimes you're out in the field and stuff like that. You can't just...
Well, yeah, I understand that, but sometimes he would just get mad and just not talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like long periods of time, and I know that wouldn't be.
Right. Okay. So if you could help us right now find her, where would you tell us to look?
I don't know who Ethan hangs out with.
Does he have Facebook?
Yeah.
Does he put a lot of stuff on Facebook?
Not really.
Do you have Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have communicate on Facebook?
He does not respond. I think he blocked me on Facebook and he blocked me on Instagram. Just because he didn't want to talk to me.
Wow. She almost calls for a lawyer. The investigator steps back enough to continue the conversation. Helena Handbasket, congratulations on 15 months. It's a nice quote. Appreciate that. Melon, welcome to the gallery.
Did you participate in any other interviews with the defendant?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you do anything else as far as the investigation was concerned?
I assisted other officers in the investigation.
Okay. You continued to do other things?
That's correct.
All right. Thank you. If you would answer any questions Mr. Scott has for you.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good, thank you for asking. What time did you take this interview?
I don't recall what time of day it was. I think it was in the evening.
Okay. It's my understanding at this point that Megan had been interviewed by Tracy Haraz and a DCS worker, and then later by Michelle Gillum, and then you, is that correct?
I couldn't tell you the exact order of the people who went in and interviewed before me or after me. I can't tell you that. I don't know.
Okay. Your interview and those other interviews that day, they were basically a continuation of the same interview with different people. Is that?
There were several officers and agents that or several officers that interviewed that day.
Okay, but was it basically a continuation? I've talked to her, now you go talk to her and see if you get more?
Yes.
Okay. At one point she asked you for an attorney?
No, sir.
But you didn't feel like she did?
No, sir. She said, if this happens, I want an attorney.
Okay.
She didn't say I want an attorney. She said, if this happens, I want an attorney.
You had instructed her not to go anywhere?
The sheriff's office is a secure facility, and we can't have people walking up and down the halls of the sheriff's office.
Okay, so she wasn't free to leave the room she was in?
If she wanted...
Well,
He said, sit tight, don't go anywhere. Defense wants to say she was in custody. Did you read her rights?
Overruled for now.
after she asked for an attorney, well, let me ask you this, had she been Mirandized?
Yes, she had.
Did you do that?
No.
Do you know who did?
No, sir.
How do you know she had?
Because we'd seen the interview. And we wouldn't be in there talking to her if she hadn't been Mirandized.
But you don't know who did it, and you can't say that you did it.
I can say that I didn't do it.
You can say that you didn't do it, right?
That's correct.
But you can't say who did.
No, sir.
And as it relates to her question for an attorney, this will be kind of my last question on that. You didn't stop questioning her. You said, do you want to talk to me? You continued asking her questions, correct?
That's correct, because she never asked for an attorney.
Was that the entirety of the interview we saw?
Yes, I was walking out the door, and she asked me if she needed an attorney, and I can't answer that for her.
So she asked you about that again?
She asked me if she needed one, and I can't answer that for her. She's 18, old enough to go in the military, old enough to fight in war, so I can't answer that for her. She's an adult.
What time did you come on shift that day? Do you know?
I usually come to work at 8 o'clock, but I can't tell you that day. It was probably 8 a.m.
I'm just trying to nail down the time period.
It would have probably been in the evening if I was guessing late afternoon.
By late afternoon, you mean before 6 o'clock?
It would have been right around 6 o'clock if I was guessing that day.
Okay. Mr. Williams, thank you for being here. It's good to see you.
Yes, sir. You too.
Don't go anywhere.
Hang on.
Is he free now?
Yes. Yes, Dave. Yes, sir.
Thank you for your testimony. Your election Mr. Fanning is ready to go.
Thank you, sir.
State was called Joey Strickler.
Joey Strickler. We do have a poll up right now. You guys, I promised to give you a Super Bowl poll, so it is up. We've got 3 teams competing in the game tomorrow. Vote for the team of your choice. I will say it's pretty close right now. It's almost neck and neck and neck.
Raise your right hand. State your name.
Joseph Strickler.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you please tell us your, actually just spell your last name for us for the record.
Strickler, Strickler.
Okay.
Just like it sounds.
And where are you currently employed?
The 2nd Judicial District, District Attorney General's Office.
Okay. How long have you been employed there?
Since September of 2021.
Okay. And what is your title there?
Victim Witness Coordinator.
Okay. And prior to that, were you employed in law enforcement?
Yes. Sullivan, excuse
Okay,
me.
go ahead. Tell me where. Yeah,
Sullivan County Sheriff's Office.
okay. What was your title at the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office?
Captain of Criminal Investigations.
Okay. And how long had you been captain of criminal investigations?
I was with the department for 30 years before I retired, and 2 different occasions, it was several years.
Okay.
Nearly a full day.
So
Should be done by 4
can you give
o'clock.
the jury just a brief rundown of your experience with the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office?
I started out in as a when I graduated from college. I started out as a corrections officer and worked my way up to patrolman. And from patrolman, went into detective division, and then worked my way up through the ranks there to being a captain over the criminal investigation division.
Okay. And were you employed in that capacity in late 2019 and early 2020?
Yes, I was.
Did you assist in working the case of missing child Evelyn Boswell?
Yes.
Do you recall what your role was in this investigation?
Was the captain over criminal investigations. My main duty was administrative, and basically what I was doing was being a conduit between our agency and the FBI, the TBI, the district attorney's office, the staff and command of the sheriff's office, and also helping out any way that I can with making sure they had the resources they needed and the manpower.
Okay. So you're essentially a liaison between the different agencies that were working this investigation?
That's correct.
Okay. Did you personally interview Megan Boswell at some point?
Yes, I did.
And was that on February 20th of 2020?
Yes, it was.
Okay. That day, did you conduct more than one interview of the defendant?
Yes.
Okay. How many?
2.
Okay. To your knowledge, and you may not know this, had the defendant been interviewed by anyone else that day prior to you speaking with her?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Where did these interviews take place?
The Sullivan County Sheriff's Office Detective Division's interview room.
Okay. And is that located in Sullivan County, Tennessee?
Yes, it is.
Was the interview video and audio recorded?
Yes, it was.
Okay. And who was present during the interview?
Myself and Miss Boswell.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity prior to court to fully watch both interviews in their entirety?
Yes.
Okay. So first we'll go to the first video. Is that a fair, since you've watched it, is it a fair and accurate representation of the first interview you conducted with Megan Boswell on February 20th, 2020?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, we'd ask that be made exhibit number
183.
183.
Any objection?
No, sir.
Space Shuttle is still in the same
And then
position as
permission to
yesterday.
play it at this time for the jury.
Just 1 second.
Okay.
I'm going to move my my picture up top just so you can see all the closed caption. I do appreciate they do this because it's a little noisy. It's not the worst. It's by far not the worst interrogation video that we've ever listened to, but it is a little bit noisy.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Joey Stricker. I'm the captain of criminal investigations. They called your boyfriend Hunter,
Yeah.
and he's supposed to be ready to pick you up. So.
I was wondering if my mom can get me.
Oh, you want your mom, not him?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that. Take care of
Okay,
that.
well, can I ask you something you answer me honestly? Okay, so like, when I got on the other cop's car, he was telling me like Hunter had like orders of protection against him or like domestic assault or something.
I can find out. I don't know.
Can you tell me that?
Oh, I could tell you that if I knew it, but I can find out for you.
Can you?
Sure.
I mean, I'm not trying to be mean like he is. Like, I just really like, don't want to be around that kind of person, you know what I mean?
I don't blame you.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find out for you. Be right back.
Called your boyfriend. He's going to come pick you up. Can it not be him? I'm going to close the poll here in just a minute, the Super Bowl poll. Make sure everyone gets a chance to vote. Okay, so he started off by saying,
They're calling right now.
But now no mom can get me.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. You know, I've been watching, you know, those videotapes. I've been watching it. I've been doing this a long time. I've been a cop for 30 years. And it breaks my heart to see a young lady like you, and you have a child. We don't know where it's at.
Did you watch me cry? I was trying not to cry.
That's okay, though. That's okay. Okay? Because the fact of the matter is, you go to Maggie, that precious little baby's somewhere. I don't know. And I honestly believe, I want to believe that you would tell us in a heartbeat if you knew where that child was at. And is there any way that you can think, maybe help me to find that little baby?
I really don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm crying.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay? It's okay. I know you've not seen her in a while, and I know we've been talking to either. We've had him on the phone. We've had his captain on the phone, and we've been talking and trying to find this baby. Is there any way that somebody has that baby that's a friend of yours or a family member that's afraid that if they're afraid to tell us, or they're afraid that you'll tell us, so they want to keep.
I don't know if you know that I dropped her off somewhere. What happened? So I was trying really hard to cry, but I was like thinking about her. I dropped her off, and she's asked what she's wearing and stuff like that, and I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. I understand. Please, we're just trying to find out what happened to that little thing. And, I'm a daddy. And it breaks my heart to know that this child could be with someone that don't love it, that don't take care of it, or God forbid something bad's happened to that baby. And, the thing about it is, everybody's going to point back to you because you're the mama, and you're the mama that let the baby go. when I say let the baby go, I mean, you're the one that took the baby and said, here.
I know, but I was similar to her dad, and I thought it'd be okay.
You say you thought it'd be okay. Do you think something's happened to it?
I mean, no, but I mean, I didn't think that, I wasn't going to see her for months at a time or something like that. When I did, when all this started happening, I was like, oh, well, I want to be my mom just to try to, like, solve myself. I don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't want to be that person who does all that, you know what I mean? And, like, I just worried her for over a year about myself. And I was like, if he wants to keep her for a little bit, it's fine.
But how old are you, Max?
18.
You're just a young lady yourself. You're a brand new mama, and you're thrown into a different world, and I can understand you feeling that way and saying, hey, I just want a little bit of time to myself, a little bit of time to be me before I have to be a mama. And you had all these things that happened so quick to you, it's, bless your heart. My heart goes out to you, but I'm telling you, we gotta find that little thing. We gotta find her. And do you remember when she broke her arm? Somebody said she broke her arm.
I don't know if she actually broke her arm or not. I just know it was bruised. I never saw it, so I don't know.
You never saw the bruise?
No.
Did this happen after you had gave her to? Okay. Well, now when they say that you dropped the baby off at his parents?
His grandparents.
His grandparents?
Me and him stood outside. We didn't go in.
And where was the baby at?
On my hip. And then I let her kind of like go to him to get used to him. And I stayed about 30 minutes and she was fine. So I left.
So did the grandparents ever come out?
No.
They never did come out?
No.
Okay. And then that was the last time you seen her?
No, I saw her the next day.
You went back and seen her?
Just for a second. Beaton brought into it. He told me to leave.
Okay, who was with you when you went back?
It was just me.
Just you. Now, was you dating anybody during that time after you left?
Hunter, but I didn't really tell me if Ethan were into it.
Okay, so you went from Ethan to Hunter. Okay, how long did you know Ethan? Can you tell me a little bit about him? I met him my freshman year of high school. Where'd you go to school at?
Central.
Okay, so you just graduated last year?
Yeah.
Okay, so, wow. And where'd you meet Ethan at?
At school.
So he went to Central also. Okay. And then he got in. He joined the Army. Is that correct? Okay. So the last time you seen your daughter was sometime around Christmas, the day after that you dropped him off. You went and he didn't want to let you talk with her, be with her, or anything. Was there a confrontation or anything? He just basically ran you off or say, hey, you're not talking to my baby?
I think he just basically ran me off.
Okay. When you all met down in El Paso, when you went down there, did you all just meet down there and you turn around and come back home with him?
I stayed for a little bit. He didn't come back home until a couple weeks after.
So did you bring the baby back with you? You had the baby with you. You brought it back. Okay.
Yeah.
And then where was you staying at that time?
My dad went to trailer park and I was staying in one of his trailers.
Okay. And your dad's?
Tommy.
Okay. So you were staying at these trailers and in the trailer park. Where's that located at?
You know where Sugar Hall Road is?
Sure.
It's like on the corner of Sugar Hall and Boswell.
Oh yeah, I know where that's at.
They're like storage units across from it.
Yeah, that's out there close to Mooney's, the restaurant, or the little restaurant place.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you stayed there, and then you moved out of there and moved in with Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay. Did Hunter ever see the baby?
Yeah. Not much, I won't lie to you, just because I'm worried about bringing Evelyn around people, you know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
And also at the time, I'm not gonna lie, like Hunter told me the motivation, we went and told me before, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, iffy on who I bring her around, you know what I mean?
Okay. So you was thinking that you was doing the best for your baby by
not having her around.
him and...
I know that that sounds bad, but like now that I know him better, I don't think he's that person, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? But I only known him about like a couple of weeks when I moved in with him, you know, he's my house, kind of like kicking me out, you know.
Okay.
Never had anyone else to
But that led you to, I guess what I'm trying to say though is, that was a natural route for you to go as far as if you wanted someone to watch Evelyn was take her to Ethan.
Yeah, her dad.
Her dad. Okay. Wow.
Wow is right.
We're fixing to send out what's called a nationwide alert. So we're trying to find this baby, and I don't know what's going to happen.
Down in front, please.
I just pray to the good Lord above that we're going to find her, and we're going to find her alive,
You sit
and
down.
find her well taken care of. Because I've been doing this a long time, and the worst thing that's ever had to deal with is the death of a child, or a baby that's been hurt, or a baby that's been abused. And I have a lot of nightmares about that, and it's been too many to count through the years. And all I want to do is stand up for that little baby that may not be able to stand right now. And I need your help. I do. I need your help. And if you can think of any way, fashion, or form, to know where that baby's at, or where, just to point me in the right direction, please tell me. Please tell me. I want to bring it back in. Bring her back in.
I don't know.
Is there any way that can you tell me a reason why that you didn't reach out, see it's Christmas, to the family to try to find Evelyn and talk to her, to just eat up and even put her on the phone and let me speak to her?
Because I was really just trying to resolve between me and Ethan, to be honest with you.
You was what?
Just trying to resolve it between me and him.
So, tell me what you think. What do you think happened?
I don't know if he's taking her in contract for someone else for.
You think Ethan had hurt her?
No.
Did you hurt her?
No.
Would Hunter hurt her?
No. He never get like mad and like threaten me all the time, but he never actually like did anything. You know what I mean?
Did he ever show any aggression or anger toward your little baby?
No, no.
You never seen that?
No.
You said that she had a bruise on her arm earlier. How did she? Do you know how that bruise happened? That you think is?
She fell off the bed. That's what I was told.
Where at?
At Ethan.
Did that happen? Did you ever see the bruise and stuff? You never did see the bruise or the broke arm or anything like that? So you did have some telephone conversation apparently with Ethan about her.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is weird because the thing that we're being told is that by him, he's like, I've not seen her.
He has seen her. I swear to you, he has.
I mean, the last time you seen that little thing.
On Christmas Eve. He had her then, but I had her for a little bit on Christmas. So me and my family and Hunter went fishing for her, and we spent the night. That Christmas Day, and I got her stuff that I got her. And I got, not stuff that my brother got her and stuff, and I took it to him.
They're on, off of Hartown. Did you get to see her that day?
Yeah.
What did you take to her that day?
I don't know what my brother got her, but I got her like a little horse and like baby shark stuff and clothes and stuff like that.
So sad. I don't know where this is going to lead to. Like I've told you before, I've been doing it a long time. And in cases like this, the finger's pointing toward mama. And it points toward you because, for one reason, is that you willingly took the baby to Ayden. I understand why. I mean, you're telling me why you did that. But then, of course, he's not saying something didn't happen there. It was not right. That's what he said, of course. We got to find the baby. We've got to find Evelyn. Got to find her. Take care of her. And if it's a situation where, that you don't feel like that you can take care of her, then I promise you we'll find some people to take care of her, that little thing for you. And I promise you that. We'll do everything we can to get you help and get her help to take care of her. But we got to find her.
What do you want father does this mean I won't come see over anymore?
No, it doesn't mean that at all. Does not mean that at all. But I can tell you this, if you think for a second, a little sliver that you might know where she might be. Well,
why are we pausing? Somebody bumped her.
Hey.
Somebody rewound. Judge is not happy. That was a sigh from the judge. You screwed it up. They need to approach. There might be a problem with the video. There might be a problem with the file. They might have just messed it up. They need to jump back to the same point. They can't play the whole thing again, obviously. The defense is like, no, you don't get to play things double for the effect. One time is enough. But, tech classes for lawyers would be $1 billion industry. You know they need it.
Ladies and gentlemen, go with the officer, please.
Go on stand, please.
She said, but you won't find her something inaudible. That caused my ears to perk up. Because that seemed to be...
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Forward-looking statement.
You may be seated. Thank you.
We'll be recessed up 10, 15 minutes. Just don't discuss your testimony.
Yeah. Let me grab the replay. Give me a second. Okay. It's in use by Da Vinci. We're going to grab the replay and see what she said there. We might even slow it down. Jack this one. Give me a second to grab that point on the video. I'll bring cough drops when I go, says Bug Ducker. Just hand them out at the beginning. Just stand by the door and just Ricola for everybody. Just spread them freely around the courtroom. There are companies that specialize in courtroom tech, and all they have to do is hire them. All these delays would vanish. You're right, Steelers. Oh, I told you I was going to end the poll, and I forgot I didn't. Let's see. We've got over 1,000 votes here, so let me go ahead and close this. This is our Super Bowl poll. Which of the three teams will win? Give me just 1 second to end that. All right, 1,052 votes, and the results are Kansas City Chiefs in first position with 38%. The NFL referees coming in at 30%, tied also with the Philadelphia Eagles. So a slight edge to Kansas City Chiefs over both the referees and the Eagles. Good luck to all three teams tomorrow. May you all do your best. May you all do your best and leave it all on the field. For those that have absolutely no knowledge of American football, there are only two teams that play, and the referees are in the middle. They're not a team, but sometimes they are the deciding factor in a game. As sometimes decisions come down to a split-second decision or a 10-minute decision on a replay that a lot of fans think went the wrong way. So that's it's basically 68% Chiefs, 30% Eagles, says Sarah, because the refs and the Chiefs are on the same team. Go Puppies! Yay for the Puppy Bowl. And somebody else said, I'm just here for the ads. The Super Bowl ads are crazy. Now, let me talk about ads. The Super Bowl ads are some of the most expensive advertising you can buy on television. Okay, millions of dollars for a 30-second spot. Because I'm in the world of YouTube, I like to follow creators, and especially I'm interested in how creators sell advertising and do sponsorship deals and things like that. Mr. Beast on his channel, and I'm not saying what he does is great, never should watch him or anything else. Okay? I'm actually not a big fan of the content itself for the most part. Mr. Beast on his channel gets more exposure, gets more views, more watch time, more reach for his video than the Super Bowl. It literally is worth more to advertise on Mr. Beast's channel than to pay for a Super Bowl spot. The problem is, if you took the math of like the dollar price for number of eyeballs you get on the Super Bowl and extrapolate that out to Mr. Beast's channel, the cost of advertising with Mr. Beast doing a sponsorship on a video would exceed most companies' annual advertising budget. He's literally so popular that he has to work cheap because no one can afford him. So maybe he'll get a Super Bowl ad. Never know. All right. Let's see. Wonder if there'll be a new Budweiser Clydesdales ad. That's like the epic Super Bowl. Oh, that and the frog. Budweiser. That one. I can't think of any other Super Bowl ads other than that. But who's doing halftime? Hopefully somebody with talent. And it doesn't need to be a wardrobe malfunction, please. Let's just bring somebody who can sing. That'd be great. Let's see. Carol, Mr. Beast is a YouTuber. He's the largest YouTuber in the world. His channel is bigger than anyone else's. And his channel is mostly built around just absurdity. Like, we did something sort of crazy, and we took it to an exponent level that's beyond belief. We're giving away an island to the last person who took their hand off the boat. We're ordering pizza. We're going to gift a house to the pizza delivery guy. So it's crazy. It's big, but he can do that because he gets that many views and that much money from it. But it's also just sort of spectacle, and that's it. It's not a lot of plot or insightful educational material. It's just sort of entertainment. Oh, Stephanie. Oh, my goodness. I am so sorry. Thank you for sharing that. I'm so sorry you lost your mom. My heart goes out to you. Virtual hug, Stephanie. It's been a rough couple of weeks. Last night I was jumping around on the YouTube channel just trying to keep my mind busy, and there's a page where you can go where it will show you who's subscribed to your channel, and you can sort it by the number of subscribers they have, and it's sort of, you know, the top of the list. You know, it only shows people who publicly share their content. So I know there's some big channels that follow my channel that don't share who they follow, and that's cool. That's fine. But I saw like Ian Runkle and everything, and there on the first page, I saw Legal Vices. I had no idea that Legal Vices subbed to my channel. I know I subbed to his, but it just hits you in the feels. Having just lost him, and Ricky and Stephanie, your mom, it's been a tough time. Rob, Ian, yep. Laurie says, you taught me something about white balance. I never knew how to set it. It helps for me, at least it's the way I've always set white balance, especially on a video camera. It's easier on a video camera than a still camera. But I like to zoom in, open the iris just a little bit too much, and blur the picture so it sort of makes a more even white instead of having like details and shades. It sort of blur everything and then do it. But that's just been my way. Red pen, I hope so. Oh, yes, we were going to rewind. Sorry. Short Life Creations. I got distracted. My apologies. Let me bring in this last clip. During the break here, let's go back on the rewind and put a clean feed to that screen right there. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's bring this in and rewind a bit so we can see what happened and when. What are you guys seeing? Can you see this? Nope, now you can. Let me clear the screen off a little bit. Okay. I think we have audio too. Let's see. Let's rewind. Broken arm. Okay, right near the end is where this happened.
In front of the Walmart.
Here it is. Okay, so let's rewind just
you help and get her help to take care of her, but we got to find her.
Okay. Let's mark in right here.
To get you help and get her help to take care of her, but we got to find her.
What do you want, Father? Does
It's hard to hear, but you won't find her because of this, because it's been
to get you help and get her help to take care of her, but we got to find her.
What do you want, Father? Does this mean I won't come see her anymore?
No, it doesn't mean that at all.
Okay. We're gonna take that little bit and see if we can take some of the noise out of the background. Okay, let me turn off the sound for you guys. Sorry. Let's see. Let's dump that part. Set a POI. You won't find her because of this, because it's been inaudible. Okay, let's dump that down to our timeline. I've forgotten how to use these keys here. This is crazy. Why won't it... Okay, run.
Does it mean I won't pass the operating board?
No, it doesn't mean that at all. Does not mean that at all. But I can tell you this.
Okay, we're going to dump that down to the timeline. All right. Now we're going to work on the... Sorry, you can't see anything, guys, can you? Sorry about this. I'll give you a view, at least, of something. I'm going to try to take the background noise out of this just a little bit. Meanwhile, Judge might be coming back. I'll keep working on this. Audio, voice isolation.
We got tired.
When you all father did say, does it mean I won't pass the operating board?
No, it doesn't mean that at all.
So I can take the noise out of the background, but it looks like this.
We got tired.
When you all father did say, does it mean I won't pass the operating board?
Does that sound like anything to you guys?
We got tired.
When you all father did say, does it mean I won't pass the operating board?
Something about we're not together anymore or something? All right. Why do we have... Got a lot of sound happening here. Got a loop. You think it's about custody she's talking about?
Everyone stand, please. You may be seated. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead and get back up.
Somebody be around that. If he's an abuser and stuff that you didn't know about, you don't need to be around that. And we'll find out. And I'll find out if your mom can come and pick you up, okay?
I don't know the number. Hunter has it.
Who has it?
Hunter does it, so I'll ask if you can call him and tell her to come get me.
Oh, okay. Tell her to come, okay. We'll find out.
Thank you.
No problem.
Laura Annie, thank you very much for gifting memberships. We hit that 1,000 threshold. We've been gifting every time we hit 1,000 likes on the stream. Thank you for your generosity. See if there's another video, because there were 2 interviews, right?
Okay, so now moving to, well, prior to the second interview, you stepped out for a few minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Any idea of how long you were out before you came back into the room?
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Okay, you don't remember?
No.
Okay, and that's fine. So the second video, you also had an opportunity to watch it in its entirety?
Yes.
And it is also a fair and accurate representation of the second interview you conducted with Megan Boswell on February 20th, 2020.
Yes.
We'd ask that may be made exhibit number 184, please.
Objection.
Amy P., thank you very much. Congrats on 4 months.
Exhibit 184.
We have 1,154 buttons on the studio.
And permission to play for the jury.
I'm going to slow it down.
You know, I got some, been a couple long time, and I've got my own opinions about this stuff. But just something just not adding up. It's just not adding up. And you know, if there's something that you think in your mind, anyway, that's an form that you could think.
Well, I was talking to Dad today. He's already talked to Mom, and that she said when all this story goes down, she's going to have to disappear, that she was going to go to jail. I don't know what's going on.
Is your mom ever done something?
I don't know. That's all he told me today. I don't know what's going on.
So Tommy told you that
When all this started going on, because he called her the night before, he talked to you all, he told her what he was going to do, and then she said, well, you can't do that. This is what he told me, like, I'll have to disappear. I can't come back to that. I'm going to go know what. I hope she didn't do anything too.
Now the mom is being blamed.
But I thought Ethan had the baby.
I thought he was too good, but this is just what my dad told me this morning. I promise you, I talked to him on the phone on my way down here, because I called my grandma first. I wanted to stop down there for a thing up here. I've nobody to talk to, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to stop. When he called me, he started telling me.
So she didn't, Tommy told you that he has talked to...
No, this was before he called up here.
Okay, but he has talked to your mom.
A couple days ago. And that he told me that he lied to her, well, and me, and said that DCS was going to do a whole visit on Elijah because he thought that she was going to resolve her.
Okay. And so he basically, but what he said to Angel, help me with this. He told Angel that he was going to send DCS to...
And all the ambulance and stuff. And he told me that she said, oh, like, I'll have to leave, and like, nobody can ever find me again, like, I'm going to jail and stuff like that. I'm sorry, that's not being honest. That's just a lot for us to say.
Okay. And then Angel said that she was going to run, but she was going to leave and stuff.
Well, that's what she told Dad, apparently. And Dad told me that he lied to her and said that DCS was going to come do a checkup on Elijah so he could get him from her, my little brother. And then when they met at Eagles, that like she was crying and like wouldn't say anything to Dad or anything like that.
Okay.
And she was got freaking out. I'm sorry, I just always had like so much faith in my mom and the fact that even the thought that she would do anything just really like... I'm sorry, that's why my first question was, hey, have you all talked to her? Yesterday, the whole way up here, she was like bitching at me, saying that like, I won't lie, I lied. She didn't run out of gas. She just wanted to leave.
I knew.
I'm sorry.
You wouldn't tell them. That's hard work. So you wouldn't tell them the truth.
I'm sorry. But she was like bitching at me and saying that she wasn't coming up here. She didn't want you to be like seen, blah blah blah, stuff like that.
You didn't what?
Want to be seen,
She wanted to be okay.
stuff like that.
Do you think she's in that? Do you think she's in that car, that BMW?
Yeah.
Was the last time you seen her, she was in the BMW?
Yeah, it's when she got me out the animal shelter.
Oh, okay. That was the day that she walked up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Was McLeod with her?
Yeah.
Did he drive or did she drive?
He usually drives.
Did he usually drive it?
He was driving that day.
Okay, and whose car is that? Whose Beamer is that?
Well, Hunter gave it to her, but he didn't get the title find over there.
Okay, so that car should be in Hunter's name?
I think it's his brother's name, that's why he didn't get the title find over there. It was Hunter's car, but Tanner was going to buy it, and then Tanner backed out on it.
And you got damage, you been wrecked or something in the front end?
Yeah, on like the passenger side fender well, I guess. Like, it's kind of like popped out, and it's kind of bit into the headlights, you know. A lot dimmer on that side.
Okay. But that's who it should be in, okay. And,
Well, Tanner's first name is Austin. I mean, I don't know if you all know that, but it's Austin.
I'm sure we got that. And McLeod usually driving?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a couple questions with that, because I'm just trying to clarify things. Are they just ate up the dope?
I mean, he is. I don't...
Listen, if I'm going to tell you something, Maggie. I've got a girl. I've got a daughter. And my daughter she's old now. She's 25 years old. But I love my daughter dearly. I want to ask you something. Do you love your little girl? Yeah. I'll call your heart. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Now, that's what I'm getting to. Then we need you to help us. Because everybody, we are trying our best to find her. You know, and I'll be honest with you, I don't care one bit about putting anybody in jail or anything. I want her back. If I can get her back, and we can get you straightened out in your life and everything good together, y'all can come back together again. There's no doubt in my mind that we can work those things out. No doubt in my mind we can work those things out. But we got to get her back.
I know.
And so...
there might be an objection here. Crosstalk.
With that being said, I just want you to be completely honest with me. No more feeling or anything like that. Completely honest. Are they running dope? Are they just using heavy? What's their drug
They're
control?
just using. I don't know what she does. The only thing that she'll admit to me is that she's very fond.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't know, to be honest with you. There were a few times that, like, Dad and I would went to go get like Elijah when she'd be with Bill and stuff like that, and she had birds on her and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't know, like, if that helps at all or anything, but I mean, she knows, like on her arms and stuff like that. Yeah.
Now, does she go by Angela or Angel?
Angel.
Clarify. So, if you had to, if you had to lay it all on the table, okay, I got one shot to find my baby and to get my baby back, where would you go?
They were trying to take me up in Mendota yesterday before I came in here, and I kept telling her, like, turn over, go on the side of the road. If you won't take me up there, I'll call them and they'll come get me.
They won't take you to Mendota?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you have any friends in Mendota?
No.
You ever been to Mendota?
No.
But they want to take you there. They want to take you there yesterday. It was a different.
Well, they wouldn't tell me where we were going. I just thought the road sign. Let me take that back.
I understand. So what risk out to the city?
like State City Highway, one that had like the other layer, 45 windows, and it's like 5 miles away or something like that.
Okay.
We were heading in the direction of each other. I mean, maybe they weren't like really taking me there, but that's just what I thought. Like they would not tell me anything.
Okay. Does he have any ties to people over there in Virginia?
As far as I know, all his family's from North Carolina.
Okay. Have you ever gone to see his family in North Carolina or anything like that? Okay. So, when I asked you that question about laying it out there where you might be going, or if you get a chance to get your daughter, to find your daughter.
Well, Dad keeps saying that Mom knows something. That's why she's like, you know, not answering anybody, kind of just disappears.
Now, you know, I know that you said that you gave Evelyn over to Ethan.
Okay. So Mom also told me that she's talked to Ethan since then.
Your mom has talked to Ethan since.
That's what I don't know, like 110%. That's just what I've been told.
She told you that? Angel told you that?
Yeah.
When?
If you have questions her and bother her, can you please not tell her that I like?
Oh, absolutely. Don't you worry about that.
Okay.
Let me tell you, don't worry about it. I want her. I want your baby back. Okay? I want Evelyn. I want her back, safe and sound. I want her. I mean, those pictures of her. That picture of her and you. I'll be honest. I got that from my wall of my office of you and her. So that makes me want to go that much farther and try to find her. Okay? And it breaks my heart to know that she, I don't know where she's at. You know? Could she be with someone else? Could they be treating her good? I mean, is she okay? That type of thing. And then on the other side of the coin, oh dear God, could somebody have killed her? Could that little baby be in a ditch line somewhere, or maybe in a trash pile, or something like that? And that's what's got me. And but you said Angel has talked. She says that she's talked to. She's talked to Ethan, and you pretty firm that you gave let Ethan take care of her right at Christmas. Was it Christmas Day or?
No, it was Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Me and my family went to Pigeon Forge, and I dropped her off before we left.
Your little girl did not go with you to Pigeon Forge.
No. Me, Hunter, Dad, my brother, his wife, and like their kids with.
Where'd y'all go to when y'all went to Pigeon Forge? Just asking.
We went out to eat at Olive Garden, and then we went for a go-kart, and then we all stayed at Margaritaville Island Day.
I've stayed there before. It's a pretty nice place. So, you came back on Christmas Day?
Yeah.
And then you went back over. Did you see her on Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay, so you went back on Christmas Day.
I had her at Christmas Day.
Did you get to see her?
Yeah.
Did he let you hold her or anything? What time did you go over on Christmas Day?
I don't really know, to be honest with you. I went to my brother's, picked this up, I probably got like 4 or something, so I guess it was after that.
So you took presents to her?
Yeah.
At Eaton's. And you took it over there, and did you get to go in, or did you just...
No, he always made me stay outside.
And then you took the little girl Christmas presents, and then you got to hold her a minute, and then you gave her back.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you just didn't say, come on, you're going back with Mama?
Well, she started reaching for him, but I didn't want to take her from him.
She started reaching for him?
Yeah. I just thought if she wanted to be there, I didn't want to take her. And honestly, like, I just wanted to pray. That's all I wanted.
I just wanted a break.
Who took you over there?
Hunter rode with me. No, Hunter sat in the car. Not exactly at the bottom.
But you drove from here?
He drove back.
But you drove over it?
Yes, he drove back. This was my cruise when I had it.
Okay.
I'm sorry we're not as much as I hold together the past few days. I understand it anymore.
You've been through hell and back, and you're still in it. You're still in hell. I mean, you really are. The whole fact of not knowing where your baby is at. Oh my gosh! I know it's heart wrenching. I mean, you know. When you left on Christmas Day, did Hunter and Ethan say anything to each other?
No.
Okay.
Hunter didn't get out of the car. Hunter only got out of the car and walked around the front to get in the car. On the driver's side.
Okay, and you what did you say when you pulled out? Did you just walk back in with
I didn't see where he was standing at the top of the driveway.
and then he was just holding her when you pulled away?
Yeah.
Did y'all have any words or anything, or any anger words?
I mean, we argued, yeah.
What did you argue about that day?
Well, I called him and I was like, I want to come see him for a little bit. And I was like, if you don't want her to go with me, that's fine. We were at his mom's house at the time. I was like, just let me know. I won't break him. That's fine. You know, I was like, I don't care. Like, I just want to see her. It's Christmas. And he got mad because I brought him with me. But I asked her, I called. I didn't mean to piss him off.
Okay.
And every time I argued again, because I won't lie to you, he asked me, like, if I had any more diapers, and I was like, yeah, but, like, I took care of myself for a year, like, it's your daughter, you can buy her a pack of, like, freaking diapers. I'm sorry, I know that was about it, so I thought I wanted to do without anything, just to see that.
So, Christmas Day, you're saying was the last time?
No, I saw him the day after that. That's what he said.
Okay. When did you see her over at Ethan's then?
Yeah. He was pulling out the driveway and I pulled in for him to pull out.
He had her with, he had her.
Yeah, he got her out for second me because we're arguing because he's like, you can't just show up here and stuff like that. And I mean, we just got into it like there. And then he told me that I had to leave or even call the cops, so I left.
How did the other one act when she told you?
She didn't like reach for anything. I didn't get the whole thing okay. I'm sorry.
Was anybody with you then?
Yeah.
Have you talked to Ethan much after that?
I talked to him on New Year's and he wouldn't let me come over. Or New Year's Eve. If I say New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve, like the 31st. I'm trying to talk to him, he's just not really like answering me, but apparently my mom told me that she talked to him.
You think your mom talked to him during that time right there?
She told me she had been talking to him.
Okay. So you not talked to Ethan, you talked to Ethan on New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
and Ethan said that your mom would be talking to him.
No, she said that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mom said she said she'd be talking to him.
Yeah.
And did Ethan ever tell you that she'd been talking?
No.
Think you would hurt her?
No.
Do you think Ethan would hurt her?
My mom?
No, I'm talking about.
No.
You don't think Ethan would hurt her?
No. I feel like if he did do anything to them or someone who thought to take care of him, I don't think he'd hurt her.
Okay. How is Ethan and your mom? Were they cordial? Would they talk? Would they get along? I think they did.
Yeah, so, I mean, they didn't necessarily like go out of their way to talk, you know what I'm saying? But there was like a few times where they like talked over text over the years. And I was with them for, 3.5, 4 years.
Okay. If you've known Ethan a long time, you'll have.
Yeah.
Okay. I know this is going back a little bit, but I mean, how long has your mom and Tommy been separated? And the reason I'm asking that is because I'm just trying to figure out.
Well, okay, they got like a divorce, I think, in like 2014, 2015. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I think it was 2014, but Charlotte wasn't born yet, that's my little sister. But they had a baby after that. And I mean, they were like living together and stuff like that. But if you're talking about as far as like divorce
Legal,
and something,
yeah.
I think like 2014.
When did they finally make a split? And Tommy and your mom, and she go her way and he went his.
Whenever his Ashley's birthday, I think it was June of 2018.
Oh, this has been relatively fairly recent then. Okay.
Yeah, it was June 2018. That's Ashley's birthday. That's that.
June 2018.
I don't know that. I would be June 2018. I don't know the exact date. It was at the beginning of June.
Okay.
I know that I was over there on Father's Day and she was there. So she had been there for June 14th because that's when Father's Day is, right?
It is.
Yeah, so she had been there before that.
Okay. All right. If
they weren't living together for like a long time because they were all in apartments in like Poplar Ridge. They were definitely like talking and she'd go say hi to them and stuff like that. They just weren't like legally together.
have you you've been living down with Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you live anywhere? I know you live in the trailer.
Yeah.
Over in down near Booties. That's a hot hanging out. You go there and eat and all that. So you lived there, and then after that you moved in with Hunter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stayed in hotels with you guys.
Well, I understand. Yeah.
But
But that's basically, if I had to put a timeline of where you lived and stuff like that, that's basically.
yeah. Up until around like March 2018, from February to March I was with my dad. Or until April, yeah, and then I moved in with a Molly, that's my grandma. From April, and I stayed with her all the way through October.
Okay. Okay. So basically.
There were a couple nights my mom was at a hotel and I'd go stay with her, but as far as like living wise with it was my mommy.
And then she's the one who lives where?
At the mom and dad's hill,
Down Muddy
like
Creek.
3 miles.
So you live most of Muddy Creek. What do you call her?
Oh, mommy. Oh, mommy. I used to call her old mommy when I was little because she practically raised me.
Oh, mommy. Okay. You lived there with her from, when did you say?
April to October. I stayed a couple of nights with her after I got my trailer though, because I'm elsewhere. There's a cop that lives right up the road from me that actually made me feel a lot better, so after I seen his car there, I was like, it won't be too bad.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's constantly like my neighbor, and I was like, it's fun.
Good. Okay. Now, okay, so, and then after that's when you
I got my
you
trailer
took your trailer.
a little bit for Halloween.
Okay.
Because I trick or treating like maybe a couple days before Halloween with my cousin Ashley, not my girlfriend. This is different Ashley.
Okay.
And like, I remember I took pictures of her in her little costume, and she was sitting on the floor.
Okay. You know, people ask questions, of course.
Yeah.
And you know, I know that the last seen her on the 26th.
Yeah.
Okay. And on the 26th, on the 26th, okay, the last time you saw her. So, all this has transpired. If you had to answer a question like this, someone comes to you and says, "Maggie, why did you call somebody?"
Mom was talking to me, she told me I should just try to resolve it from being easy. And that's what I was trying to do, and she told me she was trying to talk to me about it.
You did it again. Because that's the first time.
Just froze again. We've got to kick the jury out.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, your lunch is back there. So I want to go ahead and break for lunch and let them try to figure this out. We'll come back probably 1:15.
One stand, please.
All right, it froze again. Somebody needs to upgrade their computer or something. But jury's gonna go get their lunch. This is not quite a full day. They were supposed to start at 10. They started about 10:45 ish, and we should be done around 4 today. But still 6 hours, 5 hours if you take the lunch hour out. We're making some progress in court, but. Judge says, y'all get some food now. Y'all go get some food. We're going to be out of here. So it's time for lunch. I think we'll probably have an hour. We'll come back at 1. I don't know what to say about these new stories that we're hearing from Megan. Oh, I missed a few things. Hang on 1 second. Jules says, thanks for working on Saturday. Thank you. Hey, Ivan's on the phone. Just 1 second.
Call from
Ivan.
Hey, Ivan. Good morning. You're on the air. Do you want me to take this off the air?
No, that's okay. I just wanted to send a thank you to everybody for sending in all the nice messages, and I've seen them and all, and I'm not good at replying to everybody, so I just kind of wanted to do a mass thank you to everybody, and just kind of like everybody else, I'm in the same boat, just trying to process everything. I feel terrible, man. Like I know how much you like doing the streams with me, and I just didn't have the time when, I cut them off when I did, and it all just feels so stupid now, like, you know what I mean? So,
you couldn't know. You couldn't know.
I know. You just start going through all those stupid what ifs, and it just kind of just makes me realize, like, when you have good people in your life, give them attention. Give them as much attention as you can, because all that time is finite, and this is always sort of that grim reality where you just are faced with the time you wish you would have done more and all those things. So. But anyway, just get a hold of me off stream later, and we'll figure out I'd like to coordinate with you down south on how and what. I don't know exactly what they all need. I still have to talk to her. So
yeah, I just texted Rhonda. We're in touch. Still no news yet, but I'll let you know. I mean, there are no plans yet that she shared with me, but just been talking with her a little bit this morning. So
good deal. But Anyway, yeah, as far as this case goes, man, this stuff just, I understand she's got, she's 18 years old.
Yeah.
When this happens, I get she's 18, but if you're not going to have, what's the point of having a death penalty? You know what I mean? Like, if this doesn't qualify.
Yeah, it's like, who does? But
yeah.
no, in this case, I think in these interviews we just heard, she's letting little bits of truth slip out, and sadly, it came out when she said when she makes up the story about Ethan asking if can you bring over some diapers for her, and he's like, I took care of it for a year. Not I took care of her.
Yeah.
I took care of it for a year. It's your turn. I just wanted a break. It's just
everybody
just so
wants
hard.
Everyone wants a baby until it's time to be a parent.
It is hard.
It's all. It is. It's the days are long and the years go fast, as they say. But it's 24/7, man, and everybody. It's all fun and games when they're born because you're getting all this attention and taking all these cute pictures. But when it's just you and you're alone with your kids and your family and you're broke and you're poor and they're crying and it's hard, like it's, you know what I mean? Like
it's different. That's when it becomes real.
Yeah.
But I think
that's when it's.
I think the message that everyone should get from this is that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say, hey, this is a lot right now. I'm in over my head. Even if it's temporary, even just saying, can somebody step in and help me here while I, recenter, rebalance, just trying to do it on your own.
And I know somebody in chat was empathizing a little bit with, when you're 17, 18, you don't quite realize what kind of support you have or how much better you might have it than other people. But man, like that's when she just said, I wanted a break. Like she had people lining up to help her.
Oh, yeah.
If she would have just utilized them. But, she was so interested in all of her petty teenage crap, which, I mean, most teenagers are. That's why they're teenagers. But, that's why you don't have kids until it's time to have kids because, like all that stuff has to stop. Or otherwise you end up with kids that aren't raised. And I'm not going to go off on too much of a tangent, but, like this is why kids don't have kids. Is because they still need to be kids. So I don't know, but yeah, that comment just infuriated me when she said, I just wanted a break, because I think that's probably the only real truth in the whole interrogation, really, like, or the realest one.
Yeah.
So, and I just can't. I mean, I've been desperate, man. I've been so desperate I've stolen. I've been so desperate I've done, broken the law, done things that I normally wouldn't do. But I just can't wrap my head around the mindset that you have to be in to do something like this. Like, I mean, for God's sakes, go drop the thing off at the fire department. You know what I mean? Go drop the kid off at the hospital. Yeah. Go drop it anywhere. Like, or the people lining up to help you. I just don't understand.
Yeah. So
it's sad. I get why you tread lightly with these cases, and but I appreciate you covering it, man. And
Ivan, thank you. I appreciate you. We are thinking of you. I know this is tough. I know it's. I know you're holding a lot in as well right now. So
yeah,
love you, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, just buzz me tonight or later on, or even tomorrow, and we'll figure out what to do and make it all on the up and up too. So, but love you guys. I'll be on my best behavior. All right.
Thanks, Ivan. Appreciate it. We'll try not to time you out today. Love you, man. We'll see you. Right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, Ivan. It's lunchtime. We're going to take a lunch. We will be back this afternoon. They're going to continue in about 45 minutes is when we're going to come back. We'll probably have a few minutes to talk before we begin again. But give me just a minute to create part 2 of today's live stream. And let's see, we're going to start at 1 o'clock. I'll try to be on time for this one. Apologize for previously not being on time. And 1, there we go. Takes a village is very true. Yeah. I was fortunate, man. The change going from single life to being a parent for me was incredible. I didn't realize how self-centered and and focused my life was until I became a parent. Mrs. R.A., I mean, credit to her. But yeah, it was a big shift to suddenly have this cute little human who I adored and loved, but suddenly be the number one, the deciding factor on how things went and where things went and when things went and what we took with us and if we could do something or not. It's big. It's big. If you have especially if you have a young, soon-to-be parent in your life, do reach out and let them know that you're willing to help and encourage, and that there's always somebody they can talk to. All right. That said, we are going to go to lunch here, unless there's anything else. Oh, I missed a couple messages. I'm sorry. I was going to jump back to these. Let's see. We had Pause. Welcome to the gallery. Thank you very much. Stephanie says, I'm in my favorite place with my favorite people. Thank you for condolences. That mean the world to me. Stephanie, big virtual hug to you. I'm so sorry to hear of your mom's passing. But thank you. You are among friends. Hopefully we can cheer you up and lift you up today. Laura Annie gifted 5 memberships. We hit that 1,000 like benchmark. She's been so good and so a huge supporter that way. Thank you, Laura Annie. Amy P, member for 4 months, says Recovery Addict. I've been out of town. Do we find out how many buttons you have? Yes, we have 1,154. But as always, I hope that goes up. I'm addicted to technology too. I'm always looking for new buttons. All right. 7 says, I'm in that boat right now with a 3-month-old. It's life-changing. If obviously we might not be close enough to help, with physically, but we can encourage. And please, if you need to call or talk or ask questions, I'm not the perfect parent, but I've seen a couple things. I might be able to help you. The burner phone's always available. All right, 80s Music Man is going to hand the internet back to me. We're going to re-gift it right after lunch. I think we already know who the winner is, or at least we will. So, all right. Hang in there, everybody. It's the sunrise. The sunrise that comes after the darkness is beautiful, and it's a tough time right now, but the light will come back. So. Thank you all. Tammy D, thanks for clicking the like button. The subscribe button, I appreciate that. The portal is automated. It is. We've automated the portal here. Tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love. Smile at someone. Make their day just a little bit better. And please stay safe till we go live again. Right after lunch, it'll be about 1 o'clock, so you got 40 minutes. Grab a bite to eat, come back. You can hang out and chat with friends before we begin. I'll try to be on time this time. Got to work a little bit in the bathroom, make sure the remodel is going well with my sons. Thank you for doing that without me. And we'll see you on the flip side. Love y'all.
The zombie apocalypse may be upon us.
Thank you, sir. You're my new best friend.